Hey crafty people, welcome to a design team project for Craftbox. And this is the paper collection that I used called Travel Often. And it has some absolutely beautiful, beautiful images in it. And this is what I created. These are they're like easel card dresser boxes. And I made this one exceptionally tall because I wanted the whole Eiffel Tower in it. And this is the one I created first. After I created this one, I was like, I should do a tutorial. So then I created this one. And there will be a tutorial showing you how to create this box after my project share. So let me start with the larger. And I used a 12 by 12 sheet that had the Eiffel Tower. And you can see how the Eiffel Tower comes here. The paper is cut off. And then, oh, excuse the glue strings. And then the bottom of the Eiffel Tower is at the bottom of the box. And then I did this beautiful cascading flower cluster. There's flowers actually on the paper, and that's what motivated me to create this flower cluster. I love this beautiful flower here too, and you can see how I fussy cut around it to keep it on the project. So what I did was I added 2 layers of cotton crocheted lace on the back. I added vintage corners at the top, and then right here on the bottom I added the beautiful antique butterflies. And then I had a couple of words. I was trying to choose what I thought was the best word to go with the Eiffel Tower, and Paris would have been fantastic, but I didn't have Paris. But I thought there's probably a lot of people that would love to visit the Eiffel Tower. So it would be their big dream to see the Eiffel Tower. And so I chose to use Big Dream. And what I did was I heat embossed with an aged, like a cream color with some gold in it. And I heat set that, and that is how that looks. So pretty. Lots of different flowers here. Wild Orchid Craft, Graphic 45. I added my own berries. And then you have this, I'm sorry, that's my dog. You have this pearl trim down here, and that's the stopper that keeps the easel part from sliding down. And it goes like this. So if this was to be shipped, it would be shipped like this. And then when you get it, you would put it like that. All right. Gonna have to do something about this dog. Stop. You can play with this in a few minutes. Stop. All right. So the next thing I want to show you is each one of these sides of the box has a little drawer. These little pieces that I've layered, these vintage metals and this little wood, like little ball, are mostly decorative. They're not really meant for you to pull them. I wished I had real drawer pulls, but I didn't. So I wanted to make some faux drawer pulls, but it's real easy. You just kind of get your nail in there and the drawers open. So you can keep little rings or necklaces, just little trinkets. You know, if this was at your desk and you wanted to keep, oh, this one opened with the knob. You wanted to keep paper clips, or she just came and took, stop. No. So you could put anything in this. And this one, I did paper the back of it. And there's a drawer back in the back as well. So Really pretty. I love these little boxes. At the bottom, I put these metal filigree, I don't know what you call them, and then I attach the balls for feet. And it's very pretty. I like it. I hope you like it too. So this is the one we're going to create together on the tutorial. And just love me some Statue of Liberty there. The paper worked out really well for the butterfly, for this to be like the butterfly trail right here. I used blue lace and cream colored lace, very similar, added the butterflies and the beautiful flower cluster, cut the Eiffel Tower here, and then the lower part of the Eiffel Tower there, and it's got this pretty design on the paper. And then we've got our little drawers. Butterfly there. So I hope you'll stay tuned and learn how to make this really cool box. It's really not that hard. This one I did not paper on the back because I didn't have enough paper left to paper the back. So anyway, guys, both of these are going to be for sale. So my email is always in the description box down below. If you're interested in these, I would like to get $40 each plus the shipping. Probably going to be about $8 to ship it. So about $48. So head over to Craftbox right here. They have a US site and they have a UK site. So both links will be in the description box down below the video. And I hope you will go over there and get you some crafty goodness. They have some amazing stuff. I was delighted to work with their products, and I look forward to ordering more goodies from them. So thanks for watching. Have a happy scrappy day and stay tuned for the tutorial. Crafty people, we are going to put together an easel card box with 4 drawers. Are you ready? This is what you're going to need. 2 6x6 pieces of cardstock, 1 6x12 cardstock, scored at 6 and 9 inches, 4 3.5 by 8, and you're going to score. I'm going to go through each and every one of these with you. Okay, let's get started. Let me get my scoreboard, which I should have already had here. All right. So I use 110-pound cardstock. I get it at Michael's. So, you know, wherever you get your cardstock. So those are my 2 6x6. So then I've got my 6x12, and I've already scored it. So you would score it at 6 and 9. So you want it to go, basically you do half of one of them. So that's that piece. Then we have 4 3.5 by 8. I don't think I cut those. Maybe 3.5 by 8. Okay, I did. So our 3.5 by 8s, we're going to score at 1, 3.5, 4.5, and 7. One, 3.5, 4.5, and 7. And I'm going to tell you, it's going to be very important. Let me make sure I'm getting this. Yeah, that's good. It's going to be very important that you get these precise. So you want to make sure your cardstock is pushed up right into the corner there. 1, 3.5, 4.5, and 7. Okay, then we're going to have 4 4 3/8 by 5 3/8. And what we're going to do with these is we're going to score them 1 inch all the way around. And you can't like do 1 inch and then 1 inch. No, you have to score it at 1 inch. Then you have to flip it and score 1 inch, flip it. Please don't try to do it the other way. You will make a mess. So right now what we're making here is the drawer, the little drawers that go in. Okay, so that's all the scoring that we need to do. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take these longer pieces and we're going to go ahead and fold on our score lines. And what this is the sleeve that your box is going to go inside. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not going to use the conventional method, but I like to use hot glue. If you want to use something else, you are welcome to use something else, but I like that immediate adhesion, so that's what I do. But for some people, that just sets too fast. I personally want it to set fast. Dropping my glue. Usually I use fabric tack. Let me show you. It does not make your paper warp. So when I adhere the design paper, I will use the fabric tack. I don't know if you can get it outside of the United States or not, but if you can, it is worth every penny. So there's all our sleeves for our boxes. And now we're going to take these that we scored 1 inch all the way around. Hot glue strings are everywhere. And we're going to take these and I'm going to cut right on that line. Very important that you cut right on the line. And on the other side, the same. And then I'm going to cut from corner to corner. Those goose strings, they're not wanting to go away today. They're driving me crazy. Okay, so I'm just going to show you one. So that's what you want to do. And then you're going to fold
all your pieces on the score lines. And this is how you're going to make your little drawer. You want to be sure you're getting your lines all correct, or your drawer's not going to fit inside your little slider there. When you're using the hot glue, you just have a couple seconds to get it right. Okay, so then you get your drawer inside your little box. All right, so I'm going to get all these made and I'll be back. All our drawers are ready to go in our boxes. Seem to fit nicely. That's why it's so important to get your measurements correct. Okay. So then we're going to get back out our 6x6 cardstock. And now I'm going to use my fabric tack. And I'm going to glue all around the edges. And then all across here. And you really want to be sure you get your glue all over. All right. It doesn't really matter which direction you put your box, but you're going to put one box right on the edge. And you're going to take another box that's going to fit right on that edge. And then this box. And then I'm just going to freshen up that glue a little bit. And put our last box like this. Now you don't have to glue the boxes to each other. They're going to automatically stay together, because then we're going to glue our other 6x6 piece on the top. And I like to put the glue on the top of the boxes instead of on the 6x6. Okay. So there we go. So here's one drawer, another drawer, another drawer, and another drawer. So that's our base. And I have actually done 3 towers of these before, where I just keep stacking and stacking so that there's 3 drawers on each side for a total of 12 drawers. But we're not going to do that today. Then we're going to take our 6x12 and we're going to lay it on top. Now, we could have done this piece you know, just directly like that. But I like the extra stability of having that extra piece of cardstock right there. So now we're going to glue again. And I'm probably making a mistake. Not really a mistake, but I probably should have waited to do this till we got our papers on, but I'm already committed. It doesn't matter which direction because each end is the same. All right. So now I've already cut the paper, and let me show you. So we've got drawer inserts, so they're going to go inside the drawers. The drawer fronts would be these little pieces, and then the side panels are these pieces. And there are the measurements. I've already cut them. And I'm going to go ahead and put glue, and then we'll put them on. These actually look a little bit too long. Did I do this wrong? So that's how those are going to look. I mean, you could decorate yours different. You could put lace on it instead of paper if you wanted to. I've seen people make them real shabby chic that way, but these are a little more vintagey type papers. So I'm going to do them like this. Okay, so now our drawer fronts. Now these are going to be a little bit too big. So I'm not going to go through and show you all of that. I think you get the idea. Now with your drawers, obviously to glue, well, that's pretty. The inserts is pretty simple. And I mean, this is a part of the project you could even skip if you wanted. But I think it looks pretty with the design paper on the inside. So let's just keep doing that. And I didn't have a lot of design paper left from this particular kit, so I mixed in some other paper that looked similar. And then I'll be back and we'll, you know what? I'll finish the rest of this off camera. What I do want to show you right here is I have my image that I'm going to put on the topper. So I cut this at 3 1/4 so that I could put this section at the bottom. Sorry guys, this glue is, it's a thick glue. So it takes a minute to get it to come out. All right. So this is 6 inches. So I cut this at 5 3/4. So I would have this little border around. And then I cut this piece to go on my topper. Now this piece is not on your list. Normally this would be a 6 by 6 piece, but because my image, I needed it to be taller, this is actually 6 3/4 by 6. So I'm going to glue my Lady Liberty image, and we're not going to go through all the embellishing process. That is like totally up to you, how you want to embellish your box. Okay, so there's my image. And I'm going to glue that onto here. Now, I like to usually put a little bit of lace or some kind of border, even a die cut, what have you. So I'm not going to glue mine on right now. But this is how it would go on this. You would glue it on this piece. And then it would set like this. Then you're going to put some kind of trim, something that will keep this top part from sliding all the way down. So like I often use like a pearl trim like I did on the other one. But there's your box. You know, if you want to add feet to it, the only problem is you cannot, let me show you. You cannot put something like this. And the reason is it will impede your drawer from opening. So although that would look really pretty, you can't do it. Unless you made the bottom, you could make another bottom piece that had no drawer fronts, and you could put it in that. But that's a tutorial for another day. So there you go, guys. I hope that helps. I did use ball feet on my other project. There's a million things you could do. You could use spools. You could just use like little wooden pieces like this. I mean, there's all kinds of things that you could do if you wanted to put feet that went, you know, on the bottom. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you'll give it a shot. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to head over to Craftbox and get you some of these beautiful, beautiful vintage papers and so many others to choose from. Thanks for watching.